Youngster Joey. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I think last time I got freaked out, but we did this 2 days ago, so it's a little exciting. But it's still fun to face Youngster Joey. He's got an Aeron, which is going to be actually hard to face. If we lose to this Youngster Joey, that'd be kind of embarrassing. What is up, Cool Kids Club? This is Joey here with Youngster Joey Videos, bringing you episode 1 of the Joey-Locke series, hopefully. If you saw episode 0, you saw that I screwed up a little bit on the first one. I don't know why. I use OBS to stream on the one stream we did, but also to screen capture when I'm doing just a regular recording. And for some reason, about 30 minutes, it started skipping a lot. And then at 45 minutes, it just stopped recording altogether. And again, I was gonna just not upload anything on Monday, and I was just gonna, do whatever. But I had a lot of fun doing the first recording, and some fun things happened. If you saw it at the end, like we run into a Pokemon Wonder Guard, and we almost lost in the first episode. So again, I didn't want to just completely do away with that episode. But we are starting back at the beginning, as you can see. We just got our Rattata. And again, I waited I got to this point off screen for 2 reasons, really. Just one, because the very beginning is super boring. Like, all I do is talk to my mom for a minute. But also, I wanted to make sure Emily was a girl. And it's a good thing too, because it took me 4 times to get to this point with a girl Rattata. But again, I like the name Emily for our Rattatas. We did it in the first, for the first Joey-Locke, and we're doing it again. So again, hopefully this recording goes well, and we actually have everything. I actually have the recording pulled up this time. So in theory, if it messes up, I should be able to see that. Last time, I just kind of had it in the background. I was like, no big deal. So I have the recording up on my computer and the actual gameplay on my computer. Hopefully, again, everything will go good. If it doesn't, then we'll just have another episode here, or we'll have an episode 00. But again, hopefully it is not. But again, quick Joey-Locke rules if this is your first time watching it. Again, I go into a lot more detail in the first episode of the first series, and if I think about it, I'll throw it up here, right there. Or actually, I think it'll be on this side. I don't know how the mirror images work. But whatever, I'll throw it up at the top, a link to the very first episode we did with a little bit more of extensive rules, but I'll also have it down in the description. But basically the gist of it is regular Nuzlocke. However, we start off with a Rattata, and if Rattata dies, again our beautiful Emily, instead of her dying or going put in the death box, a different Pokemon does, our top level Pokemon. And what we did in the last series, it actually only happened once, or near the end, and I think it actually happened twice. But if 2 Pokemon are the same level, that are the highest level, basically I gotta pick one. I think it might be a little bit more fair, honestly, to do like whichever one has the higher base stat total. That way it's like actually the best Pokemon we have. But I just want to pick one. That way if we have like last time we had Tyranitar and Dragonite, and actually they both have the same base stat total, so it doesn't matter. But I wanted to keep Tyranitar because I love Tyranitar. So yeah, but yeah, if Emily dies, she gets to stay on our team. She could be on our team the whole time. But our top level Mon would die. And again, she also has to be in every single gym battle, and that is to make sure that she stays at high level. And that we don't just like throw her at the back of the box and just be like, we won't use her at all. Because again, even though our Emily is top 1% of Rattatatas, she's still a Rattata. So we're gonna try not to evolve her, and she's probably not gonna do super great near the end of the game. We saw that in the last series. The first 10 episodes or so, she did fine. Once we got to around level 30, 35, she really started to fall behind a little bit, and that's why she started dying a lot. And that's okay. It's not gonna happen this time because we're gonna try to keep her a little over leveled and just be a little bit smarter. I definitely did some bad misplays last time. But all that out of the way, let's actually start this. Oop, well, unless I want to put 2. Sorry. That. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, we just got her. Oh, wait, I just gave her anything. I don't know what happened there. I think it asked to make sure I was happy with that as her nickname. And I am happy. Okay, let's talk to this bro. Oh, I attained some potions. And I did re-randomize. So if you saw our episode 0, the encounters should be different. I re-randomized just so that the first episode was still a surprise. I was pretty happy with our encounters last time. I know we got Crobat, Smeargle, which I thought was fun. Like I don't know if I was going to use it the whole game by any means, but I thought it was fun to have a Smeargle. Again, it was one I never used before. I don't remember who else we had. We have somebody fun. Ooh, it was Luxray, which is a really cool Pokemon. Again, that's probably one of my favorite Diamond and Pearl Pokemon. What is this chick talking? Oh, she's telling me to go talk to my mom. I'm sorry, I should have actually been reading what the dialogue was. I'm looking at my water right now, and it's a little dusty. I just pulled a cup out of my cabinet and poured water in it. It's kind of gross. I'm still gonna drink it though. Dust is good for you, right? Like I put bottled water in it, so it's not the water that was bad. I should have rinsed out my cup first. I know that's what you guys care about. That's the kind of commentary you come in for, to hear about my water. But I'm telling you anyway. Phone call too. Do you remember how? Yes. So in episode 0, I mentioned that if you commented first on the video, I would name my rival after you. For our next series, and this is kind of our next series. However, I got 2 comments on the first video, and neither one told me they were the first commenter. And I wasn't. They both just say they were a day ago. I wasn't paying attention when they were coming in. And Alan has red hair and looks just like the rival in this game. So I'm gonna still name our rival Alan this time. However, on this episode, for real this time, if you comment first and tell me again you're first so that I'll know, then I will name the rival after you next time. Again, hopefully in a versus series, but if I don't end up doing a versus, then just in our next series. Again, that's because I don't know who to name it after. Both Joy and the Monkey Ray commented, and I feel like it'd be unfair to comment after the person who was second. And again, Alan looks just like the rival in this game, so I feel like it would be not unfair, but it'd be bad to not actually name them. Ooh, Armor Fossil. So that's cool, but I can't do anything with the fossils until post-game. And I didn't mention this in the last episode or series, but my current plan is to just end in Johto, like not do Kanto, partially because we just did Kanto, and also just because it made the game really long. But if you guys really, really, really want Kanto, I could be convinced, but ooh, that'd be a fun encounter. I mean, I wouldn't be able to catch it very easily, but it would still be a fun encounter, or like for our real encounter. Obviously, I also didn't mention the Nuzlocke doesn't start until we get the balls. If you've never seen any Nuzlocke before, I can go into a little bit more detail of what that actually means. But basically, the gist of it is you have to name all your Pokemon. You catch the first Pokemon you see in a new round, and if a Pokemon dies, they go in the death box. One thing we are doing is playing with Dupes claws or species claws. That basically means if in this route, for example, if we were to run into a Rattata instead of a Uxie or anything else, then we would be able to we'd be able to go into our second encounter and catch that one instead of our first one. And the main reason for that rule is so you get diversity on your team, and also just because it's... Sorry, I keep forgetting that I have a touchscreen. I'm pressing enter, because in the last one that was what pause was, and nothing's happening. And again, I don't actually have a touchscreen, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but I don't. But I have a little mouse thingy. And I did see, because now I'm actually looking at the recording, that you can't see the mouse, which I think makes it more visually appealing. If y'all want to see the mouse again, comment, hey, I want to see the mouse, and maybe I'll make it appear. But then it would just be sitting on the screen the whole time, and to me that'd be annoying. I think I should close my eyes when I drink my water, because it really is super dusty. That's fine. If I just start coughing or die, then you'll know why. If you happen to read the Tuscaloosa News tomorrow and see in the newspaper, young man killed in apartment from water dust, then it's me, probably. I don't know why you'd read the Tuscaloosa newspaper, but it's a cool one. I have a friend, his name is Tyler, with a T. That's a sign language for T, or ASL for T. Tyler, who wrote for Tuscaloosa News for a little while, but now he lives in Panama City. I think I might have mentioned him on a stream before. I don't know if I actually said his name, or not a stream, a video. I say stream a lot, even though I've only done it once. But again, it was super fun, and we will almost definitely do our finale of this series on the stream as well. And we might, again, I think I mentioned this in the episode 0, but not very many people watch that, so I want to mention it again. If we do start the verses, we might start doing this entire series live. It kind of just depends how many episodes a week we do with verses, how much time I have, because again, with the live stream, there's less editing, and it's less, I don't have to worry quite as much about a schedule, because again, I try to do these Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. But if it was a live stream, I could differentiate off the schedule a little bit. I could just be like, tweet out, hey, in 3 hours I'm gonna do a live stream, check us out. Which means you should follow my Twitter, @videosjoey. I think it's in one of these two directions. I don't know how the mirror thingy works, but it should be right beside the face cam. Okay, I gotta go talk to Professor Oak and Mr. Pokemon. What level is Rattata at? Still at 6, right? Or did she pop up to 7? Oh, sorry. I clicked on the wrong screen. Again, I looked at the recording instead of the actual gameplay screen. So it's gonna be quiet there for a second. I could edit it out, but I'm not going to. You just get to see how, I don't know. Okay, what is this person saying? Is he gonna give me the map now? I thought he was supposed to give me the map earlier. Take this from me. Thanks for the map, guide, gent. That's my, it's 1:30 right now, so I'm a little bit drowsy. The reason for me recording so late is I got home from work at about midnight, and I was gonna go right into recording, but in between episodes, I kind of cleared out my laptop a little bit, because I thought maybe that was why I messed up the first recording. And in clearing out my laptop, I accidentally, downloaded, that's not the word, uninstalled, my emulator. So I had to reinstall my emulator, and it took forever. Again, the actual install took about 30 seconds, but my Chrome wasn't working, so I had to uninstall Chrome and reinstall it, and then I mean, that was really about it, but it took a while for me to know that's what I needed to do. And then I finally got my emulator installed. He just gives me berries. I don't care about berries. Or apricots. Apricorns. Oh, he's making me stop. I don't care about your apricorns. Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know he gave me the box. I guess I should have talked to him. But those... I don't know if those would be randomized. I doubt it. Because I think items given to you directly from a person are not randomized. Ooh, Sunstone. I'm gonna get Blossom and Sunkissed. No, that's not. Sunkern's evolved form is Sunflora. Again, I don't really care about the Sunstone, but I think those are maybe the only two. I'm just trying to get us up to like level 7 or 8 before we face our rival. Coughing. Do you guys know that LA and NY were going to be coughing names? Like coughing and wheezings, I believe. Yeah, it wasn't, yeah. It was coughing and wheezing were going to be LA and NY. Like for not Louisiana. For Los Angeles and for New York City. The pollution capitals of the United States. Definitely not the pollution capitals of the world, that's what I was about to say, but like Hong Kong or Thai, I don't know. There are some Asian cities, like Shanghai, that are way more polluted than American cities, I think. I'm not an expert, but they have a lot more population, and they have a lot less, like we have the EPA, or one of those words, one of those acronyms that keeps us from getting too bad, and there are countries that don't have that kind of crap. So, that's fun. Or whatever the opposite of fun We are currently 14. See, I have to do this to be able to read the number. We are 15 minutes in. So again, in our episode 0, we basically fought Youngster Joey, and then we were done with the episode. So we'll probably try to do that again this time. In theory, we might be a little faster because I know where we're going. But I'm also... Oh, I've actually been holding down the speed up button the whole time. I was about to say I wasn't using the speed up button, but I've been holding it down the whole time. But it doesn't work outside of battle for some reason. Or at least it's not as noticeable. And I already have fastest text on, so it's not going to be doing that much. But we'll still use it. Okay. And I still love having a Rattata following us. And that was one of the main reasons why I did this game, as opposed to Crystal. I mean, I wouldn't have done Gold. If I was going to do an actual Gen 2 game, I would have done Crystal. But I just really like the whole them following us around thing. Is he going to heal me? Or did he already do that? Yeah, anyway. I really like this game. I think I mentioned it before. I just played through this game. I believe over the summer. It was before I moved, but not much before I moved. So it was either, well, I say during the summer, but it was while I was working at my old job, and I quit that in May. So it might have been in the spring. Ooh, a bay leaf. That'd be a really cool encounter. It would be hard AF to catch. Hard is fun. That's what AF stands for, right? But it really would be a good encounter. Then we could have another Brawn. Or I might just name it Joy. Because she got named after Smearable last time. I felt kind of bad. But yeah, if you comment on the video, again, if you're the first commenter, tell me you're first. I will name our next series rival after you. And then you get, 6 or 7 shoutouts at least. But if you also comment on the video, even if you're not first, I will definitely name a Pokemon this series after you. Again, I'm going to name some this episode after people that really subscribed and watched the last series. And then, again, after this episode, maybe the next one, I'll probably try to name the first, 5 or 6 after people who watched the last series pretty regularly. But then after that, again, comment on the video this series, get named it this series. It'll be super fun. This is my dance. Or no, this is my dance. Hey, do you see this Christmas tree? That Christmas tree? This is Spider-Man. There's another Spider-Man down here that's harder to see. That's a ball, and it's a snowflake, and that's a snowflake. That was also part of why I started at 1 instead of, like, right when I got home. Because I wanted to decorate my Christmas tree a little bit for you guys. I have another Christmas tree that's actually lit and everything. Or lighted, I think is the technical right word there. But lit sounds right. But I have a lighted Christmas tree. But I haven't put it up yet. And I don't think it would show up very well on camera, so I specifically put this one here. This is going to be my Spider-Man tree, and then my other one will be my Alabama tree. Because I have a lot of Alabama ornaments. I only have 2 Spider-Man ornaments. So, you guys should send me out Spider-Man ornaments. Just kidding. I mean, if you wanted to, I would DM you my address. But don't do that. I was just kidding. But yeah, I'm gonna probably buy some ornaments at work because we sell them. In theory, I could wait until they go on sale, but that would be after Christmas, and then, I mean, TBH, I'm probably gonna have my Christmas tree up for another like couple months. I know I mentioned that in episode 0. I might not have. I say I know, like I actually do. But in episode, well, anyway, last year I left my Christmas tree up till about March. And I think it literally would have been up until I moved out in August. If my roommate hadn't been like, Joseph, you have to put this tree up. I'm tired of seeing it every day. And I say it like he said it like that. I think he was much less angry. He was just like, hey, I'll put it up if you want. Like, we need to put the tree up. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna make you put up the tree. I'm the one who put it out. I just like Christmas. But I won't actually be at my apartment during Christmas Day, which, I mean, is good because I'm gonna be with my family. I'd much rather be with my family than at my apartment. But it does mean that, although I'm gonna have a decorated Christmas tree, it's really only until the 20th. and then I no longer will have a death rating. Also, I just realized I forgot to test my audio before I start recording like I normally do. So hopefully you guys are hearing me fine. If you're not, I will do something to adjust it. But if the audio is bad, that's why. Again, it probably won't be a problem. I use the exact same settings as I used for the last recording, and the audio was not the problem on the last recording. It was just everything else. So again, it should be fine. But if not, I'm sorry. I am not an expert. I'm definitely still getting used to this. But I do feel like I've gotten a little better about the actual on-camera talking. What do you guys think? If you saw episode 1 of the first series, you know I was a little bit rough. Again, I was talking to somebody about it, and I was like, if you're gonna watch my channel, I hope you do. But you might want to start at like episode 5 of the first series, because that's when we get the face cam, and I really think that helped me a lot. And then, again, hopefully this series will be better than the last. Hopefully a lot fewer deaths. But as the series get better, hopefully we'll also get some new friends. Speaking of friends, join the Discord. I'll throw a link to that in the description too. Basically, the Discord, since I'm gonna have to take an hour to kill the shuckle, the gist of the Discord is me and a couple other content creators, and right now that's it. But hopefully we'll get some like Poke fans in, because that's actually the name of the group. And the idea behind it is to connect content creators with Pokemon fans, and like people who like watching content creators, basically. And again, I'm in charge of the Discord, but not really. Like, I just created it. But every content creator has their own like room and like a hey, these videos just came out section. I don't know what you really call that. But then there's also like a main clubhouse, or like a main chat room, where all the content creators, and again, hopefully soon, all these different Pokemon fans can like talk to each other. And again, the gist of it is each content creator would bring some of their, subscribers or fans or whatever to the Discord, and then like those subscribers would then find out about other people who create content. And again, I hope it catches on, because I think it'll be really fun. I know during the live stream we added a new member, so we're at least up to 4. I think that might be it right now. But again, everyone who's in it is kind of, I don't know the word for it, promoted it a little bit on their channel. So again, I'm hoping it grows, because I think it'd be really fun. Honestly, I haven't been in it as much as I probably should. But that's, again, partially because there's not a whole lot of people in it right now. But my goal is to try to get in there pretty regularly, especially once it takes off. Maybe not literally every hour, because that would be, I don't know, that'd be a lot of effort. But, try to spend a decent bit of time in there during the course of the day. Especially because I just got my phone fixed. I might have mentioned it in episode 0, but my phone was messed up. I had a really badly cracked phone, but I also had a perfectly good phone. It just didn't have service. So I took the really badly cracked phone and the perfectly good phone to Verizon, and I was like, hey, switch my service from the cracked phone to the uncracked phone. And in doing so, I revoked my admin status at Verizon, and I turned off my service. So I had to wait about a week, because again, my mother is the owner of our account or whatever. She pays my phone bill because she loves me. So Alan was his name, yep. But yeah, this is where it screwed up last time, so I actually need to be paying attention. I think it's good. Like the recording screwed up. But yeah, anyway, I didn't have a phone for about a week, which was super annoying. But now that I do have a phone again, long story short, I'll be back on the Discord more regularly. I brought Discord onto my iPad when my phone messed up, because I was like, I can't go a full week without chatting with the Poke fans. Don't give up. Okay, so at least on my screen, the recording is still going. And again, this is where it screwed up last time. And it took about 35 minutes to get here last time. It only took 24 this time. So hopefully that means we might even get a little past Youngster Joey today. Do I need to talk to my mother? Probably. I probably need to tell her I'm going on an adventure. Maybe she'll give me running shoes. Oh, I'll help too. What can I do for you? I know, every time you... Oh, I don't want to give you money. No. I always did that as a kid, but I don't know why. Oh, I already have the running shoes. Did I start with those from the beginning? I might have. Now we're cooking with fire. Now the catching tutorial again will be randomized, so hopefully we'll be able to see something good. Close my eye. I didn't want to see the dust in the water. I'm definitely gonna have to pour out my water. I kind of taste it, not like taste it, but like I can feel there's something in the water. It's really gross. Just like that, huh? Was I too fast? I'll try again. Come this way. Back kind of hurts. Again, I have a more comfortable chair than I was the first couple episodes when I was over here. Because then I was sitting on a stool. But I still have an uncomfortable chair. I have, like, an actually comfortable desk chair. I'm just worried if I use it, like... I don't know. Again, my first episode, I was all, like, leaned back like this. But... maybe I should do that soon. Or try to find a way to be in a comfortable chair and then still not lean back. Okay, so I know how to catch Pokemon. It was a quillfish. I don't know if you guys saw that, but she did catch it with her first ball. I don't know if in this game it's actually possible for her not to, but I know in some games it is. Like in Red, I feel like they never catch it just about. And I don't know if I mentioned this before. I think I did, but I have seen a video. We're about to get our encounter, so I'll tell you the video I've seen after we get our encounter. Hoping it's something good. We can't get a. I don't want that. Like, how does it evolve? Is it friendship? Most babies evolve with friendship. No, I think it's friendship and holding an item. That's how happening is, or whatever the baby Chansey is. I think it has to hold 9 on. That crap. I don't even want to name a subscriber after this because I'm not going to use this crap. Does that mean to name her crap? It is a girl. I don't know why, but I feel better about naming a boy crap than a girl. That's probably a little sexist of me. I'm sorry. I'll name her. I still want to start it with C, so that it's crap in my head. Ooh, like Krapina? Yeah. It's not any better. Krapina. Oh, that's cute. Krapina. And again, I know I said I would name it after commoners and subscribers, but I want to name decent Pokemon after subscribers. So if you like Mime Jr., I apologize because I totally just tore it apart. See, this would have been a much better encounter. Like, the Lake Guardians are not my favorite by any means, but they're still legendary. Like, they're still good. And especially since it would have gone to sleep on its own, that we just killed it right there. But if we could have like attacked it like we did the first time, put it to sleep, attack it again, throw a couple balls at it, it would have been. Maybe doable. I've seen people catch Mews and Mewtwo's with Pokeballs and randomizers, so Yuxi can't be harder than that. I remember, so the one time I did play Diamond, I had a really tough time catching whatever Lake Guardians there were that they actually let you catch in the like easily. I think one of them comes roaming, and I never caught that one. I don't think I cared enough. But. Yeah, I'm good at that. But whatever one's in a cave, or maybe 2 of them are in a cave. Again, it's been a minute since I played Diamond. But I had a really tough time catching one of them. Like, that was the first time I remember, like, looking up online and figuring out, like, the actual, like, best ball to use in a given situation. Before I was always like, throw an Ultra Ball at it. Because, again, I played Diamond a good bit after it came out. I think it came out in about 2008-ish. Maybe even earlier than that, maybe 2007. And I played it probably about 2010, 2012. No, not 12. But I was, sorry, it was a little gross. I was in like 10th or 11th grade. Anyway, but like I found out like, hey, a heavy ball works really well, or maybe not a heavy ball for Yuxi, because I doubt it weighs anything. Oh, this is an encounter. I need to not kill it. but I use like cave balls or whatever, dark balls, whatever they're called, dusk balls. I think they're called. I'm not an expert. I use whatever ball chills out in the darkness, and like after like 30 turns, I use the timer ball. And again, I think I literally like saved it right before, because I always saved it right before, like when I was a kid. Ooh, maybe I should have. Last chance. I didn't realize Aridos would be so hard to get. I would be kind of mad if I don't kill this now. I did. Well, maybe. No, I wouldn't have without a crit. Anyway, I think I literally saved it right before Yuxi. We'll just say Yuxi. It's one of the Guardians. And then went through like literally 99 Ultra Balls the first time, and I didn't catch it. I was PO'd. I think the time I finally did catch it, like I actually caught it really quickly. I was like the first 10 balls I caught it. Because again, I went through it like 4 or 5 times, I think. Just getting it all the way down to 0, or basically 0 health. I don't know if, again, it was a while ago, so I don't remember exactly. But I don't think I did anything like status on it or anything. Because I didn't know at that point in time that it was that big of a difference. And maybe I should have by then, because I wasn't much of a kid anymore. I mean, I'm still a kid. Like, I don't mean to be offensive if you are still in high school. So let me say that first. But comparing high schoolers to myself, who, again, I don't feel like much of an adult personally. Like I said, my mom still pays my phone bill. But there's a really big difference, in my opinion anyway, between most high schoolers and most people who are in college or graduated college. As far as like maturity wise and like age wise, it's not that big of a difference. But when I was a senior in college, I worked with seniors in high school, which is only like a 4-year difference. I worked with them, like I was the youth pastor at my church, and they would say things like, "You're not that much older than you." It's like, whatever, and like I sure felt a lot older. I mean, again, I'm not trying to be mean, and I know there are exceptions to both ways. Like there are college students and graduates of college and 45-year-olds that act like 4-year-olds. And there, again, are the opposite 12, 15, 16-year-olds that are act super mature. But in my experience, there's a really big difference between high schoolers and people past high school. And it honestly just comes down to, like, generally, anyway, once you graduate high school, like you get a lot more responsibility and you start living by yourself, or even if you're not living by yourself, I don't know, I'm looking for Pokeballs. Even if you're not living by yourself, like, again, a lot of parents, once you hit 18, they're like, they stop being your parent, obviously, but they kind of step back a little bit and let you make your own mistakes a little more. I don't know. I'm sure that's not a hard, or a hot take saying that, I'm gonna name this Raz, just because in the live stream, during the Elite Four, he was like, "Hey, I bet you Agatha's gonna have a Viper." She didn't. He was wrong. But I'll name it Raz anyway. His YouTube is Real American Studios. Again, if I think about it, I might throw a little up there. I might not. But I have before, and you should definitely check him out. Real American Studios. He makes Pokemon videos. But again, I know it's not a hot take to say high schoolers are less mature than college students. But it's definitely something I've seen. And I hang out with, that's a little bit weird sounding. But I do, again, I still work at a church. And I know a lot of like middle schoolers, because my friend, I think I know, I've mentioned her recently, Alicia, she's the youth pastor now. And like I've hung out with a few middle schoolers, and there's a huge difference between middle schoolers. And again, not always, but oftentimes they're a little bit immature. Youngster Joey, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I think last time like I freaked out, but we did this 2 days ago, so it's a little exciting. But it's still fun to face Youngster Joey. He's got an Aeron, which is going to be actually hard to face. If we lose to this Youngster Joey, that'd be kind of embarrassing. Oh, we have Bite. Bite isn't not very effective, I don't think. I think it's going to be neutral. Yeah. Oh, it's still not very effective. Better not. It is. Okay, so a tackle or quick attack must be like quad, not very effective. And then bite's only half, not very effective. I don't know why I did that. I looked at my reflection and it seemed like a good idea. So we have defeated Youngster Joey. That'd be a fun intro moment, right? Just saying, Youngster Joey lost all his Pokemon. And again, that's why I didn't, yeah, of course we're taking Youngster Joey's number. He's gonna become our new best friend. Can I call him right now? Register. I don't want to call him and be like, hey buddy, what's up? It'd probably be telling me we're standing too close to him. That's what it used to always do anyway. Hello, this is Joey. Good evening, Joey. Hey, you're new, aren't you? What's with the phone call? Don't talk to me. That jerk. Yeah, I'm literally still staying in front of you. You can see my Rattata. It would have been really fun if he had a Rattata. I knew it. If you don't have many Pokemon, battles are harder. You need to catch more Pokemon. No, you don't, buddy. Rattata is all you need. Again, I know I mentioned this before. I don't mean to repeat myself so much, but I do. But there's something called a Youngster Joey challenge, and it's just going through the entire game with a Rattata. It's not that exciting. It's just a Rattata solo run. But I think we might try to do that sometime. Again, probably not anytime soon. Maybe. Again, I want to do a sleep lock at some point, now that we can stream. And we might do a live stream. Not sleep lock, because again, we wouldn't be catching very many Pokemon. We would just catch like an HM slate. But, kind of just to play through as much as I can at once. Of Youngster, or just Rattata. Again, just for fun. About to send in Totodile. I can't really switch Pokemon, I don't have anybody. Well, I did catch the Viper. I forgot that I caught the Viper. Yeah, we're getting much further, because yeah, we're only at 37 minutes. Again, I'm not raising my hand to like ask a question. I just can't read how long I'm going unless I have it darker. I don't know why sometimes I'm good and sometimes I'm not. I think it's the angle, because sometimes my wrapping paper is what is direct behind me. But I really wanted to show off my Christmas tree. Again, I decorated it just for you guys. I've had it for a couple days. Oh, not had it for a couple days. I've had it for a long time, but I've been wanting to decorate it for a couple days. I haven't. But I put it up tonight at midnight, because when else would you put up a Christmas tree? Come on. Instead of bug Pokemon, I found a tree. Yeah, I honestly don't know why games start off with so many bug catchers. Like, I guess it really just was bug Pokemon a week. And I think it might have something to do with the fact that that the game is based off like being a bug collector. Like that, the Natsumi Amora, is that the creator? Or is that the creator of Kingdom Hearts? I'm not sure. Whoever the creator of Pokemon is, he like collected bugs as a kid. Like he was an insect collector, so that's kind of his idea behind Pokemon. I think that's mainly true. It might not be 100% accurate. Oh, I meant to switch out. That's why it took me a second to do it. I didn't click the right button when I meant to. No big deal. I did turn off Wonder Guard this time. Yeah, I just did. Sorry. We did end up getting through that battle with Metang, but it was a really close call. And I think most everyone turns it off. I just forgot to. This is a new route, so we can get a new encounter. If we're careful, we can get 6 Pokemon before we hit the first gym. Persian, that's fun. I don't really like the Alola Persian. That's just me. Again, I haven't actually played that game very much. Bite would be weaker, right? Because it's not stab. Okay, I just don't like it. Like, it has, if I remember correctly, it had like a Meow face. It was super round. And then it's different color too. I think it's like purplish. The purplish I think is fine. That could be fine. If it was just like basically another shiny, it was just purple. That'd be almost cool. But I don't like the way it looks. I'm trying to think what the Alola Meowth really is. It might literally just be a purple Meowth, or pretty close to it. It might not really be purple, it might be more gray. Again, I haven't played Sun and Moon really at all, but... So maybe if I played the game more, I would have a better feeling about the Alolas. But I know the Alola Marowak is really cool, and the Alola Raichu is really cool. Probably heal, just in case. That'd be embarrassing to lose them on to a wild Pokemon. We did not do that last game, as far as I remember, so that counts for something. Come on. There we go. Yeah, and one thing I haven't mentioned is that in this game, if you've never played it before, or you just haven't played it in a while, the attack and special attack is split. So, I mean, what I mean by that is like Dark can be both special and physical attack, and so can everything else. So like Bite in Gen 1, or Gen 3, what we just played, is special, because it's a Dark move. But I'm about 90% positive it's physical in this move, or in this gen. And if not Bite specifically, I know others can be. So we got a girl here. Joy, do you like cats? Everybody likes cats. I'm not a huge cat person. But, oh, I pressed the wrong button. Joy? Oh, how do we get numbers? There we go. 6, 5, 7. I really wanted to get like a Squirtle. I name it Joy657, but we didn't catch a Squirtle. But if we do later, I'll probably name it Joy, or maybe I'll ask Joy what she names her Squirtles, because we don't want to have 2 Joys on the team. And again, I really maybe I shouldn't have named the Persian Joy. Now I feel bad because I don't think we're actually going to use Persian very much. Because I like Persian, but we don't need 2 normal types. We barely need 1, to be perfectly honest. But I didn't think about that until after I caught it. That's okay. But watch Joy's channel. She's doing a Crystal Nuzlocke real quick. Or not real quick. Now. And it's actually just a playthrough. But yeah, she's playing Crystal. Cherum. Man, there are too many crappy Pokemon we've run into. I don't want this either. This is as bad as Mime Jr., I feel like. I'm glad. That's mean. Maybe we should see what our other encounters could have been in there. Just, I don't know, just for curiosity's sake. Come on. Come on. Oh, Combi, that's not any better. Oh, but it's a male Combi. Aren't those like impossible to get? Or no, it's the female Combi that's impossible to get. Because the evolved form that you want is definitely female. Yeah, that makes sense, because it's a bee Pokemon, and they're like queen bees are hard to get. Or like in real life, there are fewer queen bees than male bees. So yeah, I think that's the thing. That the female Combi is like impossible to get, because you have to get you can only catch it by using honey, which takes like 8 hours. And then, or maybe 4, it takes a while. And then, of course, you can swamp it. Lucky it's level 2. But you have to use Empoleon. Yeah, double water starters. I'm gonna switch them. Oh, that's Steel. So maybe I shouldn't. I was just thinking that it'd be good to level up Viper a little bit. But I just need to go ahead and take it out. I didn't know what level it would be or how hard it would be to take it out. Made around girl. Okay, we can take this one. Come on, Raz. But yeah, anyway. Female Combis are hard to get. Because, again, you have to wait 8 hours to use the honey or whatever. Raz can't switch cash out. And then like the honey could be tons of different Pokemon. Like it's not necessarily just a Combee. And then when you do catch the Combee, or you do encounter the Combee, there's only like a 1 in 8 chance or something of it being a girl. It might be even worse than that. So, like a girl Combee in its own, I think is really hard, but a shiny girl Combee is like ridiculously impossible. I think I saw a video about it. Oh, what I wanted to talk about earlier, but then I didn't because we had the encounter. But I have seen in Gen 3 where, you know, like Wally is kind of the catch tutorial. I think you actually kind of have 2 catch tutorials in that game. I remember someone else basically showing you how to do that. Maybe not. I think we're good. We've lost 9 health so far, and we've been attacked twice. So yeah, we can take 1 more hit. But yeah, Wally can miss, or not, can kill the Ralts. Like, he still gets it at the end, so it doesn't really matter. But he can kill the Ralts, which I think is interesting. Like, I think he has to either get a crit, because he attacked it twice, if I'm not mistaken. So he either has to like get a crit or get like 2 high rolls and like 2 crits. Like, it's not likely. But I actually have seen a video of it done, so like it can be a thing. The chances of having 2 shadow tags in a row are slim, right? And after all those wraps, I might actually, or after all that, I might actually be able to take it out. Because it's not very effective again. Steelix is the same typing as Aaron, right? Or it's not Aaron. Is it just Aaron? I have a friend named Aaron. I have 3 friends named Aaron. I would say they're different levels of friends. No, I only want Youngster Joey's number. I have a good friend who's a boy named Aaron. Like a really good friend. Like you know, he's like one of the people I talk to when like life goes hard. And then I have a female friend who, like, we used to be pretty good friends, and even mildly romantic at one point. Very mildly. But then she moved away. We just kind of stopped hanging out. And then I have a third friend who I work with. So we're pretty recent friends because I just started working at the job back in August or whatever. But he's a cool guy. He's a little bit older, like 50 maybe. So like we're not like tight or anything. But he's a cool guy. Like we talk almost every time I work because I close most shifts and he closes every shift. Or every shift he works is closing anyway. So again, we talk a lot. He likes football, and he's just a really talkative dude. So like when he's working, I'll say like, "Hey, did you watch the Steelers game?" Because he's a big Steelers fan. Speaking of which, I think the Steelers running back got hurt. I'm not sure, but he's been doing pretty well this year. You know, Le'Veon Bell didn't come; he never came back. And whoever the backup was, whose name is escaping me right now, it escaped me earlier when I was talking to Aaron too. But anyway, he's been doing really well in fantasy. He's been doing fine in real life, but like really good in fantasy because of the system of the Steelers. But whoever it was, it either got hurt or suspended or something because he's not playing next week. Because they're really third string running back, but now, I mean, I guess second really because Le'Veon Bell, I don't even think he's on the team anymore because he waited too long to not come back. But whoever, it was like projected for 15 points in fantasy. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to get him. Like, if I could pick up a player who's going to do at least close to that good, even if I don't actually start him, I don't want anyone else to. Because I made my fantasy playoffs. I don't know if I told you guys that. I had the best record in our league. I had 10-2 regular season. So we only do 12 regular season, and then 13-14 is the first round of playoffs. 14, no, that's wrong. Yeah, 12 regular season, 13-14 is first round of playoffs. 15-16 the second round of playoffs, and then we don't play 17. I don't necessarily dislike playing 17, but they do, because some teams will bench their starters, Not very many teams do that anymore, honestly, but in like real life, I mean, they'll bench their starters because like they've already locked up like home field advantage in the playoffs, so they want to have a break or something like that. But anyway, I made my fantasy playoffs, so you guys should be proud of me. Even if I'm not good at Pokemon, I'm good at fantasy football. Yeah, like I said, I went 10-2, which I was pretty proud of. And then last week, again, was our first week of the playoffs. It's a 2-week system, so I haven't won the first round yet, but I get 190 points, which is the best I've done all year. Like normally, like the best I'd done before that, I think I was like 150 points, because we're in a PPR league, so the points are a little bit higher. But I got 190 points, and the guy I was playing got like 120, so I was like automatically won week 2 basically. We'll just send out Rattata. Yeah. Again, I'm not going to use Crapina at all, I know. And Joy, I'm afraid I'm not going to use you very much either. I feel bad because, again, I named Joy after, you know, probably our best subscriber, as in, like, watches every episode, comments every episode. Not best as I like best, because I like all you guys. Joy, I like you best. I don't know if you even hear me pretend whispering, because the mic's on the other side. But again, I really do appreciate everyone who subscribes, and even if you don't subscribe, you just watch the videos, like, I appreciate it. Or even if you just, like, I don't know, do anything Pokemon related, I appreciate it, honestly, because again, I've talked about it, I know, but to me, being in the Cool Kids Club literally just means you like doing what you're doing, and like you're not ashamed of the fact that you like playing Pokemon, or you don't care what other people think, and you're not putting on an act. Like you're just cool because you're happy. Again, Pokemon is a fun thing to do for me, and I think it's cool because of that. It's not conventionally cool. It's not like, I don't know, the cool kids in high school who, I don't know, play football, which again I love, but I was not talented. Or like the cool kids in high school who are doing X, Y, and Z. Like, no. Cool kids to me are the ones who are just happy playing Pokemon. Or if you're happy doing the other stuff, like, then that's cool too. I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. But yeah, so if you're a part of the Cool Kids Club in any way, I appreciate you. What does Black Flute do? Black Flute made from blown glass melody makes a wild Pokemon less likely to appear. I don't like that. Do I? I mean, it could be good. What does Pure Incense do? I forgot I got all these. Yeah, that does the same thing basically. King's Rock. Does that do anything, or is it just how people evolve? An item to be held by Pokemon may cause the foes to flinch when the holder inflicts damage. So in theory, I should give this to Emily, because Bite already makes people flinch. What is it? Oh, Armor Fossil, I know what that is. I think that's how you get Armaldo. I might be wrong, but that would make sense. I didn't mean to talk to Sviper, it's fine. Yeah, so we're at 53 minutes. I'm probably gonna fight this guy and then go ahead and call it an episode. But I really, again, appreciate you watching the episode. On my screen, it looks like the whole thing recorded. So if it did not, again, then I'm sorry. If it didn't, I'm gonna have to figure something out. If it's twice in a row where it's not working, again, I don't know what I would do. I just have to figure something out. Would I have to get a different screen capture thing? Would I have to get a different emulator? Because again, the emulator seems to be working fine. I really don't want to buy a new laptop. But I think if I really want to take this seriously, eventually I'm going to have to buy a new one. But as of right now, hopefully everything's okay. And one thing I figured out, maybe at least partially, why the stream didn't go as great is because I was still on my Wi-Fi, and I meant to specifically like plug into my router with Ethernet cord. I think that'll help a lot. Like it still won't make it perfect or anything, but I think if I plug into the router and and again I lowered the bit rate and I adjusted the settings in OBS. I think anyway that it'll work much better next time. Outside, the trash man is here, so if you hear loud noises in the background, that's why. I'm sorry about that. My window, as you can see, wait, where's my arm? It's right there. So again, the dumpster is right outside my apartment, which is super convenient in regular day life to have it that close, but less convenient in streaming life or recording life. But again, hopefully it's far enough away that the mic didn't really catch it. It's taking a minute to save because I don't know, it just is. But again, I appreciate you watching the video. Comment, tell me your first, and then I will definitely name the next rival after you. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Put the bell on. Ding, ding, ding. I have an actual bell. It's like from the Polar Express as an ornament. I will grab it for the next video, and I'll tell you to put the bell on, and I'll like, that'll be fun. But it's over there. I don't want to deal with it. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, or like us on Twitter, or follow us on Twitter, whatever. And again, especially if we're going to start doing streams more regularly, which hopefully we will. I'm not working tomorrow, so in theory, so tomorrow for me, today for you, like after this video goes up, I might try to stream something. I wouldn't stream this. I don't know. That sounds like work actually. I don't know. I might. But anyway, subscribe to or follow me on Twitter. Again, @videosjoey, and I'll try to definitely tweet out if I ever do any like kind of spur of the moment streams or anything like that. But as of now, episode 1 is today, Wednesday. Episode 2 should be come up on Saturday. And then after that, Monday, and then Wednesday again, then Saturday. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, put the bell on, comment on the video, like the video, share it with your friends, do all that fun stuff. Join the Discord. I forgot about that, but it's so much fun. Or it will be with you there. Okay, that's all I got. Bye.